Leo, welcome to your reading. This is for all Leos, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter sign placements. Leo, we're going to take a look at what messages are coming through for you from Spirit that you need to know about. So let's get into it. I already shuffled it out your spread. We're going to look at some clarifiers and some additional guidance that can come through for you from Spirit. Now, Leo, what's going on, boo? What's going on, sweet Leos, my lions? I was picking up that many of you are going through some sort of setback or disappointment where there's a breakdown in communication, either through or because of external factors influencing something that you are focused on, or there's some sort of heartbreak or setback or suffering in your connection, or specific connection, or in the connections you are finding yourself engaging with others, where you may be disappointed, experiencing delay, or there's just a breakdown in communication, or you're not on the same page in what you're trying to see happen, as it has to do with others being involved and having some part to play in that for you. And so you're a little disappointed, maybe a lot disappointed for some of you, but there's a focus on you wanting to try to heal it or see some productivity around something that you're working on that involves dealing with others, or where external factors are influencing it. Your overall energy for the month is justice, but this is balance. So for some of you, you're focusing on a Libra individual, or a Libra is involved. But also what I find interesting is that justice says balance. There's a focus on you needing to be balanced in all that you are doing and dealing with and handling and managing. There's a need for careful budgets. There's a need to do the right thing. There's a need to follow the rules. Be mindful not to bend the rules, or perhaps you may be looking for rules to be bent for you, or there may be a question of you doing that. But also justice is saying that some of you are dealing with legal matters, bureaucratic processes. You're looking for the right thing to happen. You want favor in a situation. You want something to happen in your favor here. You're dealing with some sort of situation where you want the process. There's a focus on needing to be rational, where you may be dealing with people or things happening that seem irrational to you. This is about also you focusing and seeing on where you can take advantage, where opportunity presents itself, or create one for yourself here. But to be careful that you're not being taken advantage of with justice here. But this is also about you focusing on having an overall acceptance about what's going on in your world by getting to the truth, or operating from your truth and standing in it. Justice is also asking you here to make sure that you are mindful about your experience and how the part you play in it, and what you are getting on the receiving end, by you making sure that you are balanced in the situation and doing all you can to create as much balance as possible through your decisions. Because you got the King of Coins underneath that. So for some of you, you may be dealing with the King of Coins individual, someone who is managing something, or that you need to have managed. But this is also you managing things with the focus on having success with what you're creating, trying to have that Midas touch with what you're building, something that's very tangible and of value to you. I do feel like for some of you, you may be dealing with rigidity, people that are being inflexible or coming off rigid towards you, where your ability to have harmony or agreement is challenging. Your energy and attitude, though, is you do have the Ace of Wands. So this is nice. This is you focusing on new opportunity, having a new creative spark, creating a new opportunity. This is you having an initial action that you're taking with something. There's a focus on wanting to recenter, to have a new beginning, a fresh start perhaps. But there's a new passion here, or the potential for something new to be created that you're acting upon or about to act upon. Okay? This is you focusing on having a new ambition. There's a new situation with this Ace of Wands energy here. And so this Ace of Wands, I feel, being your energy and attitude, Leo, is you being excited about something. For some of you, you're trusting your impulse. For some of you, I feel like you're yearning for an impact. For some of you, you may be seeking stimulation. For others of you, you may be looking for an act of kindness, an act of generosity, or you are showing that act of kindness and generosity here. And so in your home, you do have the Two of Coins. So in the home, you're juggling, but that balancing act looks like it's a little messy. There's things that's going on around you, or that you're dealing with concerning home, with changes, with trying to balance things, with trying to adapt. And that whole process, you know, this stuff that's going on around this, where the balancing act is not easy, right? Because she got the tub overflowing behind her. This is a bit of chaos going on around you here, Leo, while you're trying to perform a balancing act around home. There's either change in the home, or you're trying to balance something out in the home. With the Two of Coins, this could be about, you know, money, or to do with work, or where you're dealing with others, or just things that are happening in your world that you're trying to juggle and keep everything together while things still seem to be coming undone, or just, you know, coming, like, because a tub, you want to be able to go and your tub is working, everything's fine, but this is overflowing, right? Like water spilling on the floor and shit. And, you know, who wants that to happen? So if there's shit happening you don't want to happen, and that you got to deal with, that you got to balance, or you just got to try to find balance amidst the chaos, because there's certainly some shit going on around you, Leo, that seems to be a bit out of your control, but you are still trying to focus on how to have balance and adapt amidst the shit that's going on around you that shouldn't be happening, but's happening anyway. You could be juggling between trying to stay focused while shit going on around you trying to take you off your focus. So there's some distraction that's occurring here around what you are trying to balance, or see change, or see the ability to adapt with. And so there could be a struggle on the scope of something, around a choice. There could be issues where you're debating things on how to deal with things as shit is happening to you or around you. But there's definitely some conflict in the home with what it is you're trying to juggle or to do at home specifically. There may be things that need to be fixed in the home that are janky. Now, in your relationships, you do have the Knight of Wands. So with this Knight of Wands, he's on his motorcycle, but he seems to be kind of looking over at the Ace of Wands. So I feel like, Leo, if this is someone you're dealing with that's embodying this Knight of Wands energy, this is someone who's a flighty person, is in and out, right? Someone who has their eye on you, is very passionate about you, who you're passionate about. But this person is in and out. They're on their motorcycle, right? You know, this is somebody that you may not be able to rely upon. But also I feel in general, in terms of relationships, you're seeing what movement or actions you need to take, or how you may need to assert yourself, or what you need to initiate in your connections with the way that you want to move forward. And so you may be considering on who stays and who goes in your connections. Or you may be focused on a teenager. It's possible you're dealing with someone that is acting immaturely or impulsively. This may be someone that's giving you issues, right? That someone keeps changing up on you, or creating issues or causing distractions for you while you're trying to balance things in the home. This could be a child, or someone that you're dating or you're involved with. And there may be a need for you to look at, Leo, taking new action to recenter this connection. Let's take a look at this Knight of Wands. Because that Knight of Wands is kind of sitting there, not going anywhere. So for some of you, you may be dealing with someone that you feel like the connection is not going anywhere. And you're looking at trying to come up with a new creative approach to act on that situation, to spark it. To recenter it. Or you may be looking at the potential of a particular connection and how it drives you or doesn't. But I feel like you're dealing with someone, maybe two people, at least, perhaps even three, where you're trying to look at what move you want to make, what you want to initiate with someone or individuals in your connection to balance things, because there may be some trouble in paradise or in your connections that I feel like they're causing, or someone's causing upon you, or that who you're dealing with feel like you may be causing by doing something new. By something new you're doing. Spirit, tell me about this King of Wands. This Knight of Wands. Oh, why did I say the King of Wands? So somebody may be trying to achieve something with you, or you're trying to achieve something with someone, and there may be difficulties around trying to do that because you got your goals and somebody else got theirs, or others have their goals. And so it may be causing a distraction or a rift for you, or there may be a rift in your connection because you might be on the fence. You may be in and out. But I feel like also, Leo, this also feels like you may be thinking of leaving somebody's ass behind, because they're not bringing you balance. Or you may think it's this thing that you got going on with a connection is no longer right for you, or that they're not doing the right things. Tell me about this Knight of Wands. Because that Knight of Wands is looking at that Ace of Wands heavy. For some of you, there's somebody that got their eye on you, and you are now piquing their interest. You're giving them a spark. Oh, you got the Five of Cups. Okay. The Six of Swords and the Two of Wands. Yeah, with this Empress underneath. For some of you, there may be a focus on a mother figure. But the Empress is talking about you focusing on, for some of you, you know who you are and what you deserve. And you're not taking shit from anybody that's trying to give you some half-ass shit or be half-ass with you, in and out with you. For some of you with the Empress here, this is you wanting to see progress, success with your connections, or you're focusing on nurturing and taking care of your connections, or you're wanting that. But this is about, having empathy and kindness being shown to you or given. And trying to be creative here about how this can work out for you. Because on this Knight of Wands, you do have the Five of Cups, the Six of Swords, and the Two of Wands, honey. Yes. So you're trying to transition in a connection or connections, or you're trying to move to calmer waters where there's been conflict here, or you're trying to see how to move towards peace of mind or move to calmer waters in a connection or connections where you're experiencing some sort of conflict or dispute or arguments, because it may be an issue around your plan, or you may be feeling at a crossroads because you're not happy, right? You're not happy. You may be being disappointed, or someone may be disappointed with you. Let's take a look at this Two of Coins. Tell me about the Two of Coins. And so there's a need to bring balance to this and examine how you want to assert yourself with who you're dealing with. And you may be considering who you want to have a new start with, who you want to recenter things with, or who has the potential that's worth your time in asserting moving forward with someone or not. Spirit, tell me about the Two of Coins for Leo in the home. Yeah, some of you are about to leave somebody, but someone's trying to leave you. For others of you, you're trying to move away from the hurt and disappointment and transition to someplace else, but you're at a crossroads. There's a need to make a decision. And so you may be at a pause about a particular connection or regarding your connections. Tell me about this Two of Coins. You got the Eight of Pentacles, Temperance, and the King of Swords. Underneath that, you got the Queen of Cups. So, the Queen of Cups, there could be some codependence. This is someone who is intuitive, who is, I feel, trying to focus on self-care. All right? And having issues with being able to get that happening. Feeling vulnerable. Feeling sensitive. Trying to stay emotionally grounded. And trying to focus on what it is that brings satisfaction, that you truly want to nurture and take care of. And there may be issues with trying to do that. You could be dealing with someone in the Queen of Cups energy that's being codependent on you and just causing distraction. Or this may be how you are feeling. You may be feeling codependent and wanting to change that, and you're focused on trying to bring balance and change that. You're experiencing trouble, distraction, and it's a little chaotic happening here, because on that Two of Coins you do have the Eight of Pentacles, Temperance, and the King of Swords. For some of you, there's a Sagittarius that's involved or a focus, but you're trying to be patient. I feel like you're losing patience, and you've been trying to be patient and deal with things, and you've been dealing with and being patient a very long time. And I feel like, your ability to balance that, or deal with it is not as easy anymore, right? Things are still happening, shit going awry. So with this Two of Pentacles here, you're trying to heal something. You're trying to make adjustments. You're trying to avoid doing things in an extreme way. You want to heal something that you're working on or building or trying to be prudent about in the home. And you're trying to make calculated decisions on how you can make that balance or healing happen, or adjustments here. And with that King of Swords here, this is about you being very intelligent, executing your plans, being effective in your communication and your plans and strategy. You may even be focusing on how to cut things out, or focusing on the logic around things, cutting off, disconnecting from your feelings, in order to temper things, where you're dealing with distraction or disruptions or some sort of chaotic activity that's happening to do with home. You could be changing homes. This King of Swords is wearing a bear. So I feel like this is you, being very firm in what it is you're trying to protect or do concerning home, or needing to be. Tell me about this Ace of Wands. That is Leo's energy and attitude. I feel like in the home, right now, the home is requiring you to pay attention to the details and be prudent and to work and build on that, because there's something there happening that you need progress with. And that you need to execute. You may be trying to direct things or be a force of intervention. Or you could be dealing with someone who's in the King of Swords energy that's very controlling and getting in the way of what it is that you are trying to do here. Because this King of Swords wearing a bear, this is somebody that could be, very sharp and cutting with their words. This is someone who is making major decisions, perhaps trying to follow their own advice or get advice. But let's see what's going on with this Ace of Wands. Tell me about the Ace of Wands. On the Ace of Wands, you do have at the bottom the King of Wands. So for some of you, you're dealing with the King of Wands individual. But with this King of Wands energy, this is about you being very assertive in wanting to achieve things, your goals, reach your goals here, and trying to stay strong and focused and resilient on doing that. There may be some concern with you being able to have some self-restraint, some self-control here, or you may be there's something you may be trying to subdue. But on that Ace of Wands, you do have the King of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. So this here is you focusing on your stability and your comfort and what it is that you can secure, maintain for your home, for your family, for money, where you're looking to restore, but have success and security here. This is you focused on your security, your stability. With this Ten of Pentacles, this is you trying to culminate something. You at the finality of something in a situation where you're at the point where you're trying to establish something here. Something that you have a lot of feelings about, feelings that is the heart of the matter for you. Feelings that is connected to being accountable and responsible here. So something you have a great deal of emotion for, Leo. You wanting to secure, maintain, or establish. Because this here is money. This here is wealth. This is stability, restoration. And you wanting comfort in that. You're working on something here. You're working on establishing yourself. You're committed to that. And this is something you are asserting yourself to achieve. And this is you having a lot of drive towards that. In your money and finances, you do have the Six of Wands. So this is you experiencing victory with any strife or struggles that you are experiencing with money, due to your ability to recognize or your ability to achieve what you want, or gaining recognition with, but you getting victory around your money and finances. There's success around money for you. In your work, you do have the Five of Coins. The Five of Coins talks about you feeling on the outs with work. You may feel out in the cold, or there's lack of work, or your hours are cut, or there's changes where you feel put upon. But I do feel with this particular Five of Coins that there is some sort of change where you're going to start to be replenished or able to rebuild or recover here. Because this Five of Coins, the coins are falling into the hand of this individual whose head is down. So where there was lack at work, that lack I see changing, where you're going to recover, start to replenish, or see changes that bring improvement due to things being recognized and acknowledged. Tell me about the Five of Coins, please. Tell me about the Five of Coins. On the Five of Coins, you have the Star, the Three of Wands, and Strength. Underneath that is the Knight of Cups. So there's some sort of offer or opportunity coming in with work, or some good news coming in around work for you, Leo. For some of you, this is you being very creative with a dream of yours and initiating that, where there may have been depletion or lack with that project or with work, but there's some change coming in where with this Three of Wands, you were looking for progress and being strong and determined, and healing is coming in. Healing and wish fulfillment is coming in around your money, where you're getting improvements and you're going to start to get the things that you need around work. The unexpected here is the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is the unexpected. This could be someone that you're encountering that wants to try to achieve or assert themselves with you, or this is you achieving something here with a plan, that spark. He has the Ace of Wands in his hand, and also at the center of his third eye. So whatever it is that you foresaw, or whatever it is that you were planning towards or looking to achieve or assert yourself with, I feel like the unexpected is that you do get to achieve it. Whatever it is that you were seeing the potential to create. Or someone is coming in to help you to achieve your goals. But this is achieving your goals. Mapping things out. Or things are becoming mapped out as planned. So tell me about this King of Wands. Tell me about the King of Wands. Thank you. Yeah, the King of Wands again. Queen of Wands. For some of you, there is a focus on a relationship, a connection, a commitment that you're involved with, where you are focusing on achieving through a new creative spark to either rekindle the connection or try something new in that connection with who you're dealing with or involving with, and asserting yourself in that, or someone is doing this that's dealing with you towards you. But on that King of Wands, you do have the Queen of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Six of Cups. So the King of Wands is significant here, of confirmation of what it is you want to achieve, your plans, because the Queen of Swords here is very calculating, very wise, focuses on the truth, is very logical, and has a lot of wisdom when she's in her upright. In the reverse, she can be a bitch. She's intolerant either way, but she can be really intolerant and make it real hard for your ass. But this is also perhaps you dealing with someone where you are trying to come together to achieve something together here, focusing on family, trying to have reconciliation between you or a satisfactory conclusion that makes everybody okay, and being able to achieve that. This could be to do with something or someone from the past, or regarding children, decisions around that, plans around that, and working together. Focusing on being positive and putting positive energy into the situation for the love of who's involved or what the focus is. Something positive that will happen to you is the Five of Swords, the end of conflict, or the end of you being back and forth in your mind about a decision or plan. But the end of conflict here, the end of feeling defeated if you felt defeated, the end of argument. Spirit, tell me about the Five of Swords. This Five of Swords is also talking about something positive will happen, is your ability to confront what needs to be confronted, where there's difficulty in communication or plan, or with dealing with someone else, and you initiating something from a very emotionally mature, responsible, and accountable space with what you do to make the situation stable and secure and maintained, or with what it is that you want to build. Tell me about the Five of Swords. On that Five of Swords, you do have the Five of Pentacles, Three of Cups, and the Two of Swords with the Ace of Swords underneath. So there's a focus on getting clarity, communication, coming to the truth, getting a breakthrough, breaking free, cutting something out with this Ace of Swords. And there is some sort of harmony that's achieved, or cooperation or support, a collaboration, if you will, where with something where there is some sort of lack or filling out in the cold, and being able to come to peace with that within yourself, or as it has to do with others, or for the sake of others. And it's because you make that decision to do so. Your likely outcome is the Judgment. I feel with Judgment here is your outcome. This is you making a judgment call, Leo. But also I feel like with Judgment, this is you also being very critical of yourself, or you may be being criticized by others. But this feels more like you being overly critical of yourself and being too hard on yourself, and that needs to stop. Okay? Because there may be something that you are trying to get a decision on, or that you need to make a decision about, or that a decision that was made, or you may be coming to a realization, or there may be issues with coming to a realization. But some of you, there's a focus on something you want to see reconciled here, that you want to achieve, either with what you're focused on or who you're focused on. Perhaps you are also doing a lot of reflecting. For some of you, you want a second chance, or you just want the opportunity. Tell me about Judgment. For some of you, you get a decision. At the bottom, you got the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is a very focused energy. but I feel like you were being bucked up on here, okay? You were experiencing some sort of resistance with something that you wanted to get done or get help with, that you may have needed a decision with or wanted a decision with, that you may have also been critical of yourself or being criticized, that you wanted to be able to get to happen in order to rejuvenate something or rectify something that you wanted to do or that you were working on. But on that judgment, you do have Justice, the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. So I feel like this was something where you're experiencing challenges, or you're trying to stand your ground. Now, my question to you with the Seven of Swords, is this something you're resisting or being resisted? I gotta say, I feel like this is you being resisted, but I also feel like this is you resisting the things that could sabotage your plans, or to do with any deception or negative thinking, where you're looking to escape and move away from the challenges and the struggle and to defend and fight, because this is you getting balance. Remember, you have Justice here. This is you focusing on getting balance, focusing on balance, getting something in your favor, getting something done fair. Something karmic is happening. And for some of you, this justice is working in your favor. For others of you, this is justice where the right thing will happen no matter how you feel or think about this. But there's a need for you to stand your ground, stay on guard, go after what you want, and operate from a place of higher ground in the situation. And be mindful not to cause your own self-sabotage or to allow anyone to sabotage your plans. You also may be concerned about whether or not something will be taken from you or stolen. But or something that you were working on or trying to get your hands on and get a decision in your favor by was impeded. But you get balance in the situation, I feel. You get some sort of reconciliation that you are pursuing. Let's see what some guidance is for you. Spirit, what is some guidance for Leo? What is some guidance for Leo? Thank you. She who resists, audace, fearless, justified, restraint. Oh, no, resistance. So there may be some restraint around your situation, or you feel you are being restrained in some way. For me to say restraint. Underneath that, she who whispers, secrets, confessions, and confidence. Or confide. Be careful who you confide in. Guard your secrets. There's certain things I feel, Leo, that there's a need for you to keep close to your chest. And so let's take a look. Another sign got this. She who resists. What this is saying as a message to you is to fight for yourself. Resist those who would change who you are. Stand against injustice in your world. It is best to choose the path of non-violence. Yet at times you may have to use justified anger as impetus to move yourself forward. This moment calls for you to draw on your own inner strength. Examine how you may be allowing things to happen simply by refusing to resist. This is not a time to allow others to walk all over you. Some questions to ask yourself, Leo, is: am I allowing my power to be blocked? Is my anger justified? Are there peaceful ways to resist? So I do feel that in your struggles, Leo, there are peaceful ways to resist or peaceful ways to compromise. But there's also a need for you to make sure that whatever you're pursuing, that you are justified, but that whatever's happening to you, is it justified? And where you may need to resist, but also to do it even if afraid, but to not be fearful, but to instead be fearless in the things that you find you may need to resist, or that you are being resisted with your goals or in your relationships or with whatever you're dealing with, that you are looking for acknowledgement, recognition, or balance, or the right thing to happen, or to not be taken advantage of, or to make balanced decisions around, where you can have victory and transition from those challenges and struggles by seeing how to change it and how you can adapt. Even if things are going on around you, don't get distracted. Stay focused. I hope these messages help. Like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye, Leo.